I cannot tell you if I had another YouTuber that I expressed more hatred for than this kid. However, I did have a reason for why I didn't like him. I wasn't just following a trend like the typical hatred dished in certain YouTubers' directions. But Nathan, can I call you Nathan? Probably shouldn't. I can see him going by Nathaniel. And truth be told, if I was Alexander, I probably would go by that as well. But Nathaniel, got it that time, was different in the way that I followed a lot of other YouTubers that were making the same type of content that he was. I was, and still proudly am, heavily influenced by what the three kings and two knights of this genre do on the platform. Offering those with an inclined interest in knowing what all of this is about, some methods, tips, and tricks on how to get through the next day, one step closer to happiness and understanding. And I think that is what made me so critical of Nathaniel. Being that he is basically my age and doing exactly what I've been trying to do my entire life, of course, I was gonna be heavily critical of this man.
He's so ingenuine. He's just making videos to get subscribers and not actually tell a story. He talks too much.
I remember distinctly describing how I didn't like his content to a friend of mine using roughly those reasons. I think I watched one of his videos and made a quick decision that I wasn't gonna like this guy. For no reason other than through the deduction of my own insecurities. And this caused me to go years without consuming his potentially impeccable display of YouTube growth over time in a medium that I also would like to be in. And remember, the name of this video is why I no longer hate Nathaniel Drew. There's so much I probably missed, both on insight as a fellow male in my mid-20s, as well as just inspiration to create my own content through close observation of someone who is currently doing it. It was probably more irresponsible and honestly quite stupid of me to look away. But that brings me to the actual theme or topic of this video, and that is forming prejudices. Moving from my bubble in good old Baltimore, Maryland in the United States of America, and just essentially up and moving to a city I've never been to before, halfway across the world, my preconceived notions of what Europe was gonna be like were going to be put to the test. At the time of making the decision to move, as well as for the first few months here, I like to think of myself as a pretty open-minded individual. I listened to Jordan Peterson and supported abortion and gay rights, so open-minded. But little naive Alex, all those months ago, was a little in over his head. Not too much that he couldn't handle it, obviously, because I am still here, but enough to give myself a headache when trying to make new friends. I don't know if it's the overall American mindset of initially judging someone and then taking a very strong stance on how you feel about them almost immediately. Well, okay, maybe not that aggressive, but if you've seen Mean Girls, you know what I'm talking about. So taking that mindset with me to Germany was setting me up to say, I'm sorry a lot. And not just, I'm sorry just because I accidentally did something, it's more of I'm sorry that I judged you too soon. I jumped the gun, assuming somebody was doing something maliciously when they weren't at all. I think the thing that I need to keep reminding myself is that we all have our own little quirks and weird things that we do. And it's not that normal people aren't weird, it's just that normal people are all weird in their own special ways. We all do things for different reasons, and they might not seem right to you, but if it's not hurting anybody, I like to believe that by growing up in the American school system, it may have contributed to the insecurities in my life. It put in my mind a nice game of social hierarchy, where the cool kids rule and the lame kids drool. Why did I write that? I'd like to think that I'm not the only one out there that shares these feelings, or at least I hope so. Or maybe not. I hope other people didn't go through that. Or maybe they did. Or I don't know. I don't know if I want to be together with people or not have other people struggle. So a change going into this next year of Earth's existence, 2022, is to judge a little less and love a little more. All right. Sounds cliche, I know, but helps me remember. So whether it's not judging new people I meet to gain a new perspective in life, or just giving a good old YouTuber a try, I think in a time like this, a little less judgment overall should be welcomed. Nathaniel, if you and Joey are taking applications for the new set of Smart Quirky Bros, I have mine filled out and ready to send in. So if you end up seeing this video, let me know. Thanks again for watching, like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video.